Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is Trent here at TCP, day 2 of the project truck. Yesterday, we got it running, got all the fuel pump done. It was a mess. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out the video. It's on YouTube right now. Shows you everything we went through to get the fuel pump ready, get it all on, get it running. And it sounds good, but we've got a bunch of leaks on the motor. It needs to be all sealed up on the exhaust, the valve covers, manifold gaskets. We're gonna be doing the distributor, cap, rotor, wires, plugs, tuning the carburetor, little everything, guys. So y'all gotta stay tuned. This is Trent here at TCP. Let's get it going. Hope y'all brought y'all safety glasses and gloves. We got lots of work to do. Let's get started. So first, we're gonna disassemble. We're gonna go ahead and take our wires off the distributor, get that out of the way. We're gonna take our spark plugs out of the heads, get those out of the way. We have a 3-bolt flange down here we're going to take off. We'll come back up top, get our headers off the heads. We're going to do a little header talk. And then after we get that done, we'll put everything back on that we took off and come up here to the top, do the valve covers, manifold or intake gaskets, the distributor cap, rotor, distributor cover, knock it all out. We're going to do it in order. You don't want to skip around. That takes more time. It's seriously about quality, not quantity sometimes. Rushing through things gets you in trouble. Don't do that. Take your time. Do it thoroughly. Let's do it once. Before I take them off, if you guys don't know what cylinder you're messing with, you can go ahead and mark them. So right off the bat, this first one right here is 2. Second one's 4. Next one's 6. We've got 8. Now on the other side, first one's going to be 1. Next one back is going to be 3. After that's 5. Back one's 7. So what you can do is you can put the numbers on these or put dots on them, the amount of what the cylinder is. Come back up here, follow the wire, do the same up top to where you're not getting your spark plug wires out of order. If you don't know or you mess up, you can get this on the internet. You can get the information, do it that way. So don't freak out if you don't mark it right or get it out of order. Information is on the internet. I will post something in mine just to be sure to where everybody knows. So I want to address this real quick. Some of y'all might not have a dipstick tube that runs through the headers or manifold, but if you do, you got to take the oil dipstick tube out. So what I've got though, let me get the camera down here. I've got a problem. So when they put this on, that bolt, they bottomed it out. It feels either stripped. Well, the end of it right there, it is stripped. So I'm working on trying to get this out. If I can't get it out, I'll probably have to cut it off and try to do something else and kind of work from there. But you do have to take your oil dipstick tube out if it goes through the headers. I just wanted to show you all guys that if you run into that, make sure you do take it out. No oil is going to come out of the oil pan. If you're going ahead and servicing it, you can go ahead and service it, leave it empty, but no oil will come out of the oil pan when you pull the dipstick tube out. That's just something I want to run by y'all. Let's get this. I could not get the bolt out. It was stripped, it's tightened down, locked down. I cut it off. We're gonna replace it. We'll show you how to get it off of there. But once you do get it off or get it cut, whatever you gotta do, make sure you can fix it before you cut it off. I got a welder here. You'll weld a nut to it, get it hot, and then it should come right off. But get your oil dipstick tube out, set it to the side, and then let's get that header off. All right, I'm gonna be honest. Houston, we have a problem. But it's not a big problem. Just make sure you disconnect your battery in the back, take the ground off. We have to take the starter off. These headers, they're too big, too tight, and it's just not gonna work. So we had to put the header back on. I'm gonna get underneath of it, take the starter off, set it to the side, and I should be able to get the header off. This side should come right off. Before I get underneath, I'm gonna go ahead and take this side off and show y'all. This one should come right off. That side, I will have to take the starter off. So let's get this one off and we'll get underneath the truck. Okay, one more time. Houston, we have another problem. What they did is when they bagged this truck, they added this piece of metal here when they cut the frame. Well, they left the edge out there on, and I don't know if it's supposed to be that way, but it is. So either side, I can't get the header off. But it's all right. I have enough room to get in there and clean the header on both sides. That's how we're going to do this. We're not going to pull the header out. It's just going to be big problems. We'll be here all day trying to replace header gaskets, manifold gaskets, and that's not what we want to do. So let's get this started. We're going to get everything cleaned up, nice and pretty. We'll be right back. What, y'all think I wasn't going to show you? Well, it's the driver's side. Nothing left of this. Nothing left. Passenger side looked pretty good, which we didn't really hear a leak on it before we pulled it off. It was mainly the driver. They gave us the wrong ones. So do you see we got square versus round? So we got to get that coming. So we've been working and we just had to skip plan B, C, and D, went straight to E, might even go to F. Yeah. A lot has changed since the last video. We could not get the headers out of this thing at all. And the reason why is this truck is bagged. Y'all know that. When they bagged the truck, though, they kept, of course, the frame in the original spot on the body. But the front end, that's a different story. Let me kind of get my phone down there. Yeah. What is that? This truck has been chopped. I hate to say it. I mean, nothing we can't fix, but you know, the first person that bought this truck had to pay for that. And I'm going to be showing you pictures as we go. I've already taken some, and it's bad. We've been trying to find a donor truck. These trucks are getting very rare. This is an 84 C10. We're looking for the frame. We'd buy the whole truck, but we don't have time to waste. This thing is on a schedule for the paint and body as well. So we've got to get this fixed. This is this side. Very lucky that someone has not gotten hurt in this truck, because anytime this truck could have fell apart, the front end, and yeah, it would have been very, very, very bad. One pothole, it had been done. Also, when the truck came in, they were telling me that this side of the passenger side rubbed really, really hard on the fender. The driver's side, not so much. Well, that tells me off the bat that when they cut the frame, they did not square it up. They probably didn't have it braced up, and it is to the passenger side versus the driver's side. So we'll have to get it all square, make sure it's going to be correct. And y'all guys, this is going to be totally different than what it looks like now. You're not even going to notice that the frame is cut when I get done. It's going to look original. We're going to be redoing the shock mounts here. That's not going to work. We can't have that. This one's laying back further than that one, vice versa. I can't remember. But, okay, that's all talked about. Let's look at these headers. So we found the leak. That gasket's totally gone. The bolts were loose on the headers. This is the passenger side. Driver's side. What we're gonna do is we are going to, sorry guys, almost dropped my phone. We are going to get these all cleaned up, and then we'll take a little buffer and we'll buff that and get a nice clean surface, kind of get a scratch on the header, because you can tell they have still the chromatic coating. They have not been buffed from factory. What I like to do is before I'd even put these on, I'd put a nice buff mark on those little scratch to seal a little better versus just that chromatic coating, because it's really slippery, I guarantee it. You know, these are a nice set of headers, big thick flange. You definitely want to make sure the flange here is thick, guys. If y'all get these thin headers on the flange, they will leak, they'll bend, they'll bow. You can't get it tight enough. But these are nice headers. They are going to work really good. We'll have to stay on the bolts. I always say after 500 miles, you should definitely go back and try to torque your bolts, make sure they haven't came loose, because they probably will after your gasket smashes down. Okay, we're to a stopping point for the day. We've got everything ready to come out. We got to drain the engine and transmission, but other than that, she's ready to pull out, guys. So y'all don't go anywhere. We have a lot of work to do, and I said we as in y'all. So follow us on this journey. Go subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you tomorrow. If you liked it, give us a big thumbs up.